What is up, Wretched Nation? We're back with another bike lowdown, and this is my 05 fxdli. That is a Harley-Davidson Dyna lowrider, fuel injected. It's a 05, so it's a quirky year, but it's the last year of the 5-speed. It's kind of popular, kind of not, but it's mine, and let's get into it. Let's do an overview of this bike. First and foremost, let's address the elephant in the room, and that's this left side of the front end. It is puking oil, fork oil, all over the bike. It's gotten pretty bad, and I don't really have the tools to fix that, so I'm gonna have to take it to my buddy's shop, which is no big deal, but I just have to actually find time to go do that. But yeah, it's leaking fork oil right out of there. Once I get that fixed, I'm probably gonna have to change the brakes because they're full of oil. But speaking of brakes, this bike came to me with Performance Machine calipers, which was kind of crazy because the bike was a little kind of stockish, and to spend that type of money on calipers was, especially having the stock rotors, was a little weird. But back and front, Performance Machine calipers. So that's kind of cool. I picked this bike up almost a year ago, something like that, but full brakes on it. That was pretty cool. And the brake pads are pretty new, and I destroyed the front by not fixing the fork seal. But, you know, it is what it is. I actually traded this bike off to a friend of mine. He had it for a couple months, and he ended up giving it back. But he done a little bit of work to it, so some of it I didn't do, and we'll talk about that. Like the front headlight. I think this is just the Amazon special headlight. There was really nothing wrong with the old one, but, you know, is what it is. That's what we have. I don't know the company or where it came from. I think it was like a $30, $35 headlight. It's what we got. And these are our T-bar bags. As of me recording this video, we do not have them in stock. I've had issues getting them in. I do have an order of 20 on the way. Hopefully by the time this video is uploaded, they will be back in stock. It's a nice little bar bag that attaches to the bar with Velcro straps that work really well. I've taken this bike at a very high speed. They will not come off. It's a pretty good bag, 40 bucks. So check out wretchedclothing.com. Should have them back in stock by the time this video goes up. But making our way back, we have just a cheapo, I think a 9-inch riser with pullback and clamp. Nothing special. It was painted black, doesn't look good, but it gives us the height we need because this bike was not very rideable for my size with those stock setup. Now the bar is actually a Thrash and Supply bar. Spent a little bit of money on the bar. And the wiring itself feels a little crusty to me. And I put these bars on like a day or two before I had to go do a show. So I didn't internally wire them. I just kind of threw them on because I did not want to ride a couple hours with those stock bars. Now that I'll have some time, or whenever I can find some time, I'd like to internal wire these and make it look a lot nice. But when I do that, I'm going to go ahead and delete the turn signals as well. So that's, I need to do more than just, you know, put the bar on. And also, I'd like to delete this horn. He painted it black. I don't like it. I'd like to just delete that, but I have to, I think, cut that bracket and do all that. So there's a little bit of work to do there. He put some Amazon foot pegs and shifter peg on there. They seem well enough. I do have some Thrash and Supply gold that I'll probably throw on there. Again, just didn't know what I was going to do with the bike, so I didn't put them on there right away. Also, we do have the brown built wheel grips. I do have some Vans for the Road Glide. The site I ordered these, I could get 10% off from. They didn't have Vans grips, so I figured I'd just try the built wheel, and they feel pretty good. They were pretty easy to go on. The throttle tube with that grip was a pain, but we got it on. I don't know what these levers are. They're not the stock levers. I don't know who made these or where they came from. This was on the bike when I bought it, so I don't really know what that was from. But down here with the crash bar, that was a custom made piece. A guy on Instagram, and this was before my Instagram got hacked, he was making these for dynas and sportsters, and I want to say he was moving up to the baggers. I think it was like $250 shipped or something like that. It was a really nice piece. It bolts up with everything, all new hardware, Delrin sliders. This was a really nice piece, and I cannot find him because he didn't have a page for it. It was just his regular page, and he posted about them very few times. So I can't find it. I wish I could, but it is what it is. This is an 88 cubic inch motor. I don't know if I said that before. The guy thinks there's some cams done. I have not opened it up to check. It is what it is. We're just going to leave that be. But it did come with an R&S Big Sucker #1 air cleaner. It is fuel injected. It does come with a super cool RB Racing LSR exhaust. This is like a full-on race pipe. Not a lot of people see these. It sounds pretty good. I like it. It's a little different. I wish it wasn't quite as long. I wish it kind of stopped right here so I didn't have to worry about the shock or axle nut, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. But it sounds amazing, and it's different. It's not the same thing you see all over the place, so I kind of like that. Moving over to the shocks, we have Drag Specialties 13.5s. They're a little bit too firm. I kind of need to move them down, but I've kind of been lazy because I kind of just want to get some different shocks. They're a great starter shock, just to give you some height, give you some fender gap, but I would like to go with like some Legends or RWD 14s. That would be nice. Moving on to our Saddleman seat. We had to buy this brand new because if you didn't know, an 04-05 Dyna, I do not know what Harley did. I'm guessing it's something with the fender or something to do up here with the tank. I don't know, but that is a 2-year only seat. It's kind of quirky, kind of weird, but it's a 2-year only seat. So if you can find one of these used, you're a lucky man or girl. Because I did not. I had to find and buy mine brand new, and I didn't want to compromise. I've had multiple diamond stitched, and I wanted this tuck and roll. This bike was already going to be a little uncomfortable for longer rides compared to my Road Glide, so tuck and roll was going to help with that. It is a lot more comfy. But moving on to the back, just another Amazon taillight. We're going to delete these turn signals eventually, and that's about it. We did go with a Shinko rear tire. It is so much nicer than the Dunlop that was on there. So much better traction. I love this bike. It's a little quirky, a little weird, and not everyone will say like, oh, well, you know, it's a 05. It's not a 02 or something like that, or a newer one, but I love it. It's mine. Comment down below. What do you think about this bike? Hate it, love it. You have any questions about it? Let me know. And if you made it that far in the video, hit the like button. Yeah, I'd appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. I appreciate you, and keep it wretched.